guys, welcome back to Sim UK and SimAirport. So after the last episode, and maybe you've seen my rant about these flipping conveyor line issues, well, thankfully, thanks to Seth, one of our all-time greatest viewers, and often gives us really good suggestions. His suggestion has seemingly fixed this problem. So what I'm going to do right here is just explain to you how the problem has been fixed. I guess I'll go over what the problem is and also highlight a few thought-provoking things for you if you're playing in the future or in the past, or I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, so basically the issue is down here with these Muppets. You see passengers come in with their bags, they do their thing, and then they leave with their bags. There's a bag, takes it with her. Oh! Actually, the bags are going in. The bags are going in. Now, I'm not sure if something's been updated. See, that bag didn't go in. That one did. I don't know. Whatever's happening, they're not showing up underneath, which is very, very annoying. Let's just slow things down a second. Right, now we do need to pop these in quick because, well, we need to. But each one of these can only cater for 3 gates. So it's important that you put them this way so that you've got some space to be able to use them, basically. Okay, so what I thought the problem was, let's just hook all that back up. I thought the problem was that the ticketing desks were too close together, and I separated them out, and then people started putting their bags into the conveyor. You still can't see them, they still don't show up or anything, but they were at least putting their bags in. Now I think they're actually going to be doing that. Let's watch here. Also need to bind these to some queues. Now I don't know whether to assign. I'm torn between assigning one desk to one queue or just say one desk to all queues. I don't know what's best, but we'll stick with this for now. Oh look, that's better. That's easier. Did that work? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. Okay, great. So theoretically then, there should be a gap in between each of these. And there is. Well, that's just groovy. There we go, loads of info now. We'll get some more plants down here. Okay, right. So now that we got some queues, let's watch these people and see if they put their bags in. See, she didn't. And look. This golf cart is coming to collect the baggage. You see? He doesn't actually appear to be picking up any baggage. But that's what she's doing. Let's follow you. Where are you going? I mean, they're definitely picking up the baggage, aren't they? Which means that the bags are not going in. Where are you going? Oh, okay, okay. Technically, we are still building, so that's probably why. And this needs to be assigned to a few gates, so let's do that as well, because I completely forgot to do that. All right. Poor example. Poor start to the video. Apologise. So, is that built now? Okay, that's built now. Are they putting their bags in or not? Let's watch. Right, we've got 3 people. Yes, they are putting their bags in. So, theoretically, that is working even though you can't see any bags. I guess. We'll just have to assume that that's the case. Because I can't do much else. Now, because I've got 3 baggage depots up here, I might actually need to put a hub in to keep things working nicely. That is a good point, isn't it? Okay, well, we won't worry about that just yet because we don't have enough stuff going on. So, we'll consider that done and dusted, guys. We'll write that off to experience, and we'll say that the baggage depot system is now working. Now, I want to get to night time because I want to build this front bit here. We've got 370k in the bank. It's only 8:30 in the morning. So I'm hoping by the end of today we'll have enough to build this whole section completely out. I'm super tempted just to start building now. I mean, how much is this going to cost me here for this? That's 270,000. Incredibly tempting, I have to say. 275,000. I think that's the one we want, but I know if I let go of the button right now, if my finger slips off this mouse, we're going to have a security issue. So let's not do that. Right. Now, I hadn't really, in all fairness, I hadn't really thought about what I was going to do in this video because I thought I'd found the solution to this problem, but it turns out that it was working fine the whole time and I was kind of overreacting to it all. Oh, a visitor. Hello, Pumpkin. Right, time to pause, guys. So yeah, I hadn't really thought about what I was going to do today, which is a bit pants. Because I thought I was going to do this whole fixing thing, I'll tell you what, now we got some cash, let's fix this flipping road. Now, I think it's really weird. I think it's really weird how that road can get broken like that. There are a lot of people out here. Do you know what we need outside? Benches. Right. I tell you what. Let's sort this out as well. Let's go. What? Oh, I see. Okay, you can only have one garbage zone. Alright, let's swap these zones out then. No. How do you get... How do you get those big bins? They're like these massive... I remember seeing them... Dumpsters, that's what they're called. Okay, dumpsters. Right. How much are these? I've got so much money now, I'm not even looking at things. I'm just like, yeah, build 100 dumpsters. Okay, job done. Let's not have a repeat of that last... Oh, no. Cancel. Crikey. Roads are really dangerous to build, aren't they? Ridiculously so. Very easy to get them in the wrong place. No, no. Ah, that's annoying. That is so annoying. So what I've learnt there is that you can you can build them left and right on an angle that you can't build them up and down. Now I hope that makes sense, because in terms of linguistic capability that was pretty dire, but I think you get the idea. You can only build like double roads, double one direction roads, but oh crikey. But in the other direction, in a left and right horizontal sort of way, you can build singles, which is just stupid. Right. Now, what we're going to do here, deliveries, which is a pretty pointless bit of space, if you ask me. Oh, now, hang on. A key technique here is to put a gap all the way around, like so. No, no, hang on. That was even more stupid than what I've done earlier. Right, garbage and deliveries. There we go. Give me some trees. Really? Trees are too wide? Well, that's just infuriating. I was going to put trees all down the front here, but they're too wide. Look at that. Right. That's it. 1 million trees. No more. Except for down here, where we're going to have to put more trees, obviously. So what we need outside is some bins and some seating areas and all that kind of stuff. Oh, crikey, look, it's the next day already. 4:37. Why are there passengers here at 4:37? What has happened here? What has happened here? Look, all our money's gone. We've been robbed in the middle of the night. I tell you what. I think what must have happened is these planes got held up due to the baggage thing. I don't know. We've got a lot of unhappy passengers. Airline interest has dropped. Passenger satisfaction is still remarkably high, but now our finances are pants. So I've jolly well balls this one up. These trees look ridiculous. I'm not going to say what that looks like, but it doesn't look like a row of trees like it was meant to. Right. So I think possibly I don't know what happened. Let's have a look at yesterday. Cancelled. We had a whole bunch cancelled. Failed to reserve a gate. Right. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do today. We're going to build a gate. And we're going to make it a reserved gate. And it's going to go just here. We'll extend out the building enough to cater for that building. Once we've earned some cash. Alright, we'll build it out this far for now. That shouldn't interfere with security. So no, that's good. That's going very well. Now, what we're going to do here is... Now this, obviously, we've got the baggage system set up, but you can only have 3 gates on that. So this gate will be an emergency gate, if you will, which isn't going to work that well. But anyway, so this will be the emergency gate, and it won't be bound to this. So it'll have to have carts and trucks and stuff running the baggage, etc. So we're going to start off with the door, which will pop there. And we'll have an agent desk, which will pop there. No, we won't. Let's get this right. Oh, I see. Right. So normally I put them to the sides like this, but that one's in a bit because of the wall. That's fine, no problem. Okay, gravy. Right, let's get this extension built. Oh, that's new, look. You get to call it what you like now. That's interesting. That is new. That must be part of them. Whoa! Yeah, we just had a collision there. That was definitely a collision. God, I hope they fix that soon. And did you see how glitchy it got? It became really seriously badly glitchy there. Right, assign to these desks. Is that going to stop you whining? Yes, finally. Now, we need 2 members of staff. That's that done. And now we need to knock this wall down. Without causing a security issue. Boom! Why are they all... They've all just left. What is going on? Why have you been delayed for 153 minutes? Why is baggage not being loaded? Something is going on. Something weird is going on. That one has actually got baggage, which is interesting because it hasn't unloaded the baggage that it arrived with. And it's been delayed for 66 minutes. All the passengers are on board. This is ridiculous. What is going on today? Crikey. Right. Gate B1 is a standby gate all day. We definitely have some issues, don't we? Let's just check out what's going on here. That's the wrong thing. Status. So we've lost one today already. And I don't understand. Everything's running late now. There's only a couple of minutes. Ah! Right, it's actually doing something with the luggage. And if you get in close enough, it'll tell you what he's doing. Yeah. I'm thinking this baggage system is actually slowing things down, or it is buggy and causing an issue that way. But definitely there's some issues here that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Financially, we're okay. I mean, I've just built this massive extension, but things are not great, are they? Make sure we put some queues in here. Oh God, I hate it when it does that. So sensitive. God damn. Go in a straight line. There we go. Okay. Good. And then we can move all this stuff down here and get it all, you know, looking a lot neater and a lot tidier. I've just realised I've actually placed these way too close to the desk. We want to keep it neat and clean and tidy, and in order to do that you do need to have managed space. It's like white space in a website. So what's that? 2 down, 1, 2, starting there. I think that looks a lot better, I have to say. Just keeps things neat and tidy and organised, doesn't it? Much better idea. Much better idea. Now, do I have enough space down the middle here to put these benches in? Because that would be an interesting... Yeah, do you know what? There is. Especially if I move them up a bit. So let's try that again. Look at that. That's pretty groovy. Now, you know, regardless of where you're going to be, stick a bit of info there. It's a nice little system, that. It ensures that everybody's got information, somewhere to throw their rubbish and somewhere to sit. And as we expand this out further down here, they'll have the space, put some plants. It'll look lovely. In fact, let's just chuck a couple of plants there. Let's do that now. Let's go for plant number 3. And another bin. I actually don't like the way that I've laid this out, and I'm going to change it all at some point. But in the short term, that should do it. Right, okay, so we're going to do one more day here, guys. But instead of building in head down sort of ostrich-like expansion, we're actually going to check on things and see how they're going. So this ticketing office is pretty effective, I'd say. There really isn't any delay there. I mean, security is working perfectly. People leaving and getting their baggage that all seems to be running super smooth. I don't really see any issue with that whatsoever. Looks pretty nice to me. Yeah, running really quite well. Really quite well. Now, look at this. Already we've used our emergency gate. So that is interesting. That is interesting. So we would have had one flight turned away already if it weren't for that gate. So I think that was a wise investment. Let's see if we miss any today. Seem pretty neat and tidy at the moment. Maybe I just need to extend. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the delay would be, to be honest, or where the delay would be. Now, this plane that's sat in this temporary overflow gate is kind of... I mean, he is boarding, so that's okay. He's actually got baggage on board. I think everybody was on that flight, I'm not sure. Maybe not everybody, but... and we'd have had about 500 collisions already today, but... Yeah, it's interesting. I think as the game continues to develop, this airport might not succeed. Or hopefully, better still, they use the taxiways a bit more effectively and queue up in a better manner. But certainly that gate has helped us out today. It just took that one aircraft that we would have otherwise had to have turned away for whatever reason. Yeah, it's interesting. Look, again, that's the second one we would have had to have turned away today. So that's actually, that system is working incredibly well. You can see our finances are reflecting the fact that that we haven't turned anybody away. Our airline interest is quite low, probably because we've been turning planes away for about 5 weeks, and I've only just noticed. So hopefully, by the end of today, that'll be back up to 70%. And maybe by the end of the week, we'll be back up to maybe 80% or something. And then we can consider changing our pricing, because it's pretty low, our pricing at the moment. I know a lot of you have said, you know, whack it up as high as you like, because they'll pay it. But I've got a bit of a moral issue with that. Now that's weird. Look, it's used the gate again. So that, okay, that gate is absolutely vital to us at present. Very worrying indeed. Why have we only got one vehicle? That will probably help, won't it? 3 baggage cars. Let's see if that fixes the problem. You nearly got totaled then, baggage car. Okay, so is that our last set of flights today? I think it is. Okay, well, I didn't realise that I only had 1 baggage car in there. That was a bit of a mistake. I think what I'll do in this one is have a fuel truck and 2 baggage cars. And I don't think fuel is actually working at the moment, but it's a good idea to sort of be ahead of the curve, I guess. Right, so we'll call that a day today, guys. Bit of a crazy hitty kind of mist type scenario there. But I think we're back on an even keel now. I feel like I have control of the airport once again. So join me in for the next episode, and we'll start expanding the main area out and start getting this looking like a proper airport. And then we'll start becoming a bit more intricate and maybe consider having a second runway up here. But that's a few episodes down the line. So yeah, next week we're going to be going for next episode I should say, we'll be going for the front of house here and seeing if we can't get the security area actually finished off and link it up with this area here, because we want to get this cafeteria done. Maybe consider having a bit of a cafeteria or some eatery of some sort over here too. So lots to do, and I'm getting ATC chatter for some reason at 9:30 at night with no planes supposedly in the area. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching. Take good care of yourselves. Till next time. Goodbye.